Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
SpongeBob Squarepants is the most ongoing cartoon series of all time, and there is no sign that this cartoon is ending anytime soon, especially it's in their 25th anniversary of the show. And it's Nickelodeon's big moneymaker, and they're gonna keep milking the heck out of the show. But don't get me wrong, I love SpongeBob. It's just not what it used to be. We're getting episodes nowadays like this. I mainly grew up watching the early seasons of SpongeBob, and I think that's where peak SpongeBob happened back then. But really what made me love the show even more was the Spongebob Squarepants movie. This is one of my favorite childhood movies and top 5 movies of all time for me. I love this movie with a passion, and what people said back then to this day, this should have been the series finale of the show, and I agree. It's been 20 years since the movie released, and me realizing how old I'm getting, which that's pretty scary. To celebrate its 25th anniversary of the film, we're going to take a look back at its movie tie-in game, which is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie video game on the PlayStation 2. So let's take a look at how great of this game is, or how bad of a movie tie-in game it is. The Spongebob Squarepants movie game released on October 27, 2004. I find it very weird that the game released weeks before the movie came out, so if you got the game early, you essentially spoil yourself what happens in the movie.
Great job.
The game's story is based on the film. SpongeBob and Patrick are traveling to Shell City to retrieve King Neptune's crown to stop Plankton from taking over Bikini Bottom. The gameplay is a copy and paste from Battle Bikini Bottom. It's a 3D platform game where you're running around levels collecting collectibles and to reach the end of the level. There are 2 playable characters in this adventure. We have SpongeBob, where his attack is a karate chop, Bash, where he just knocks out enemies from above with a boxing glove, SpongeBob is just him bowling on enemies, and we have Sonic Wave, where he plays electric guitar sounds from long range. Second playable character is Patrick, which his moves are the Star Spin, Cartwheel, where he just spins around and hits enemies, and then we got Smash, where he jumps up in the air and lands on his butt, and last but not least we have the throwing move, which he just picks up objects or enemies at any target. There's a total of 18 levels in the game. We have your basic platform levels where you collect these items, which are dumbbells in this game, and the more you collect these dumbbells, you have a little meter will reach a limit where you receive manliness points, and you can use those points to upgrade your moveset for both characters. Which my personal favorite upgrade is the SpongeBob upgrade. At the end of the level, you receive a Goofy Goober token, which you need to have these because if you want to move forward to the next level, you need to get these, and for Mindy to give you a new move also. And last of the collectibles are these extras, but they're really not that important in the game unless you want alternative costumes or look at concept art. That's mainly up to y'all. We have the driving levels, which is SpongeBob and Patrick ride the paddy wagon, and I'm not really a huge fan of driving levels in video games, but for this game, the driving sections is not that bad that I thought it was. It just needs to learn how the track goes most of the time. But I feel like there's one level that drags a lot, which is this filler level, is where SpongeBob and Patrick are dreaming and you have to follow Goofy Goober to escape Gooberland. And I feel like that level took way too long in my opinion, and it was kind of one of my least favorite driving sections. Then we have these sliding levels. These are not bad either. It's just that it's the same situation with Gooberland. Pretty much all of these drag way too much and way too long to get to the end. And I wish they had like at least a little small section where it's not that long. And I feel like the reason why they did is to have extend more of the playtime for this game, and that's understandable because it is a movie tie-in game. So I just wish there weren't that goddamn long. So then we have the boss fights. They're fine. There's a total of 4 boss fights, and I wish they have a little bit more challenging to them because majority of them are pretty much easy, except for one. I'll get to that one till the end. Then we have the bonus levels. These are basically challenges you can do to get more Goofy Goober tokens, and you can fight waves of enemies. There's a floating block challenge where you can play as Patrick, jump over crates, and there's some parts that can mess you up because there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the background. And then we have the Spongebob challenge, just going through obstacles no matter how much I get mad on one of them.
must really suck.
The one negative I have for this game is that I mentioned that you have to have these Goofy Goober tokens to get to the next level, right? Which I meant it. You have to have certain amount of tokens to proceed to the next level, which that means you have to go back to the levels to collect the other tokens that you missed from the previous levels, especially for the driving and sliding missions where they have you do challenges on these, which you have to either beat the timer or do the most hateful thing I hate in video games, which is yes, there are ring challenges in this game, and I hate it. I don't like it. I hate it when they put it in video games. It just gives me a lot of PTSD from Superman 64. Okay, let's talk about these cutscenes. I don't know if they had any of the rights from the movie scenes, but these cutscenes they use are just bad. It's just screenshots from the movie, but they're not even actual screenshots from the movie. They use old renders and just some type of movie maker transitions just for this game, and geez, I thought Storm 4 had it worse, but these cutscenes are just the worst out of all of them. Luckily, there are some in-game cutscenes in this game. I wish they used this instead of the whole screenshots for the cutscenes, but they usually happen when the boss fight starts, and usually it starts when, you know, how to defeat a new enemy types, where Spongebob and Patrick give us examples how to beat them. Found this part very weird that, you know, SpongeBob and Patrick have finally became men with these fake mustaches on, and one level you have SpongeBob with the mustache, but on the next level Patrick doesn't have the mustache, and you can really tell this game was rushed just to meet the deadline of the movie, but that's just your standard movie license game right there. But the most important thing they got right by making this game is having fun with it. I had a great time playing this game, minus, you know, the ring level, but all in all, I really enjoy this game. Alright, now let's talk about the final level, which is the final boss. You have to fight King Neptune. This is what I want from the other bosses, just a little bit more of a challenge to them, and changing up their playstyle also. And yes, he has 3 phases on his fight. Phase 1 is him shooting fire at you, and it's pretty easy to dodge. You just jump up and down, and then obviously he tries to snipe you, which you just dodge right behind Mr. Krabs and let him shoot himself, and then you just finish him off with the guitar. You just do the same repeat over and over again, and then phase 2 is basically he changes it up, where he shoots lightning at you, which is kind of trickery. I did die a couple times on that, and I will admit that. But his final phase is basically he shoots down the whole platform, and you have some platforms you can jump through. And then Plankton shoots his goons at you, and then Neptune tries to shoot lightning once again. But it's not as tricky as bad like last time. I did not die as many times like, you know, the second phase. But the best part for this final phase plays the most godly song you ever hear in your life.
I'm a Goofy Goober!
Yes, they played the Goofy Goober rock song at the end of the fight, and this is what makes it so cool. And if you don't like this, then get out! Because this song slaps, and this is what's the best thing of my childhood. At the end of the day, the movie game is not bad like the other movie tie-in games. This just has the same mechanics as Battle of Bikini Bottom, and that's perfectly fine as long as the game is fun to go back and play. So my rating for this game, besides the criticism I have, I think it's worth your time playing. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's one of the best movie tie-in games so far. And do I think it's better than Battle of Bikini Bottom? No, not really, but I will agree it's up there with one of the best SpongeBob games of all time. And that's basically it. Comment down below, what is your favorite moment from the SpongeBob movie? I really want to know in y'all's opinion. I really wanted to talk about it because, again, this is the 20th anniversary for the movie, and I am so happy that we got that movie, and without that movie, my childhood would not be as good as the movie was. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and share this video out, make it possible to get this channel growing, and I hope you guys enjoy, and happy holidays, and I'll see you guys later.